It's really less space out there. I hear my sigh.
Man, this camera's so high definition. Like, this gloss in my eye. Like, damn, nigga, you sexy. Like, but like, I just kind of want to like talk a little bit. Like, so I've been like kind of like just low key on social media for some time, and like I'd say probably I use Instagram the most, and like I've catered my shit to like get what I like, but like really the people on that shit, man, they hella toxic as fuck, bro. Motherfuckers trying to be smart every time they can, especially niggas you know, bro, and like we don't fuck with each other really, bro. Like, you know, for some reason there's like hate in the air, and like, or be like, I don't fuck with that nigga and that's your man's, bro. So like, you know, by association, which that's cool. I don't really give a shit, you know, like that's kind of just how it is. And like, you know, I've always had TikTok, but like I never really like used it. I've kind of always like, I feel like got brainwashed by like some perspective about like what a social media platform should look like, and like the people on there, you know, the whole association shit. And like, you know, and that's when it becomes like a double-edged blade, because yeah, that's like, I guess like primal instinct on some like, yo, like I'm trying to survive, and like them niggas doing some crazy shit that's gonna get me killed, and I can't be around that crazy shit and keep that in my life. And you know, it'll come to something as simple as social media, and now you're like kind of judging the whole fucking world, and it's like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, it ain't even that deep, nigga. Goddamn. It's like, it ain't that deep, you know? Like, you know, people always got this perception of us, like, it's like iDOLISM, you know? People love to idolize things, and like, it's not to say like a role model is bad in any regard, but having an idol, something you worship like more than God, whatever God be to you, you know, God, gems, ores, and diamonds, guns, oil, drugs, like Holy Spirit, whatever you do and value most in life, that's what I believe you worship as God. So, you know, if your fucking favorite artist, you know, is like X or Juice WRLD, and like X was even saying, he's like, you know, don't do shit in my name or for me, because it'd just be my pawn. And like, you know, that's true. Like, when you try to take on a different person's perspective that's like not your own, or that you created with your brothers, you know, like it turns into that one like painting or that Dude's in the Dream, and I think there's like wolves on a tree or some shit. And it's like, damn, like, what am I even doing this for? Like, am I even doing this for me? Do I care about what I like? Do I care about who I am? And like, the purpose, what is the purpose? The 5 whys. And like, you know, some people don't think that deeply about it, and I think that's where like, you know, you can be ambitious and ignorance is bliss, and you can succeed, but that's just like, that's not how most people are built. That's not in their code to be so initiative you know, spontaneous with it like that. Like, that's not the average dude. You know, the average dude thinks a lot, and they might be running a loop for their thoughts about something, whether they could do it or not. And like, and that's like the biggest limiter that I've seen people have, that I've even had on myself, you know. And it's not like, oh, I just said this and like now you could just magically break this spell that you're in. Like, nah, dog, it takes years. And like, if there's a word for it, it takes faith. And that doesn't mean having blind faith, because saying like, oh, this got me, and you don't know, like, that's blind faith. And like, you can't truly rely on that. Like, you've had to have circumstances and wisdom that can guarantee circumstances being like knowledge and wisdom to get the understanding, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a whole fucking 360. And like, that's some hidden game. Like, Wu-Tang put me on, my uncle put me on that shit. Not my uncle, my cousin. He's just like, the way my family's big, and like, if you got family from the South, like, you know what it is. Like, your fucking cousin grew up with your dad, and your uncle is 1 year older than you, type shit, you know? Fucking all complicated family tree. And a lot of family members that don't know each other. Like, there's a whole fucking just generation that's just kind of quiet about who is who, what happened in what church, and you know, how you pull up to a town and everybody related to each other. You know, something don't add up. And you know, it could be, yeah, we were all in the same plantation, but you see, like, you know, this is like, if you got some of them old heads, man, like, just how it was, even for how my daddy had to grow up, you know, this is who the person is, and you better not ask them who they are or why they're here. Motherfucker, get your ass beat. So, you know, they knew better than to ask questions. But there's a lot of secrets and a lot of fucking fuck shit that go on in the churches, you know. There's a reason why BADMON be talking the way he do. I don't hate Christianity. I'm not mad at Jesus. I'm not mad at God. I'm mad at the human. And that's the only person I can blame, you know? Like, when people be saying, like, why would God do this, all of that, and it's like, you know, it's not God's responsibility once he gave you free will. So what you chose to do with life was all your decision. And, you know, at the end of that shit, God just hoping you gonna own up to it, really, bro. You gonna, you know, not be like, I'm sorry. Like, nah, nigga. Like, you chose to do it. You the man with the will. So you gotta stand on that shit, bro. Or, you know, I don't think it's gonna be a good time for you, brother. You gonna suffer by your own will. But yeah, man, these are some thoughts with BADMON, bro. Motherfucking, if you ain't know already, bro, doggy be cooking up music. I'm honestly thinking I might make a just like kind of separate channel for the shit like this, cause I don't know. We see niggas, you know, want to chill, get high, you know, just think, bro. Think about life. And just gain new perspectives, bro. That's like kind of what I'm all about, and that's what I value as a human, more as a part of the artist that be just like, you know, killing the raps. You know, this is what I believe in. This is me. So, yeah, my nigga, y'all have a good day.